They bulldozed my mom's wheelchair ramp. Not a warning, not a conversation, just a demolition crew at 6:45 a.m., ripping apart the only way she could leave the house. But the HOA had no idea who they were messing with. My mom? She wasn't just another retiree in Cascade Palms. She was a feared civil rights attorney who'd taken on city councils, state boards, even the Department of Justice. And now, she was coming for them. Hard. 3 months ago, we built the ramp. Mom had suffered a stroke. Her mobility wasn't great, and a ramp was the only way she could get in and out safely. We hired a licensed contractor, used ADA-compliant materials, even got county permits, steel handrails, slip-resistant wood, a gentle incline for her comfort. But apparently, we forgot one thing: getting HOA design approval. A week later, we got the first notice. Structure violates community harmony. Then came fines, $100 per day. I tried calling. They never answered. I emailed. No reply. Finally, I attended an HOA meeting and explained everything, even offered to submit retroactive plans. Their answer? A bulldozer. When I opened the door and saw the ramp in pieces, I thought I was dreaming. Mom sat in her wheelchair on the porch, stunned, staring at the splintered wood. I called the HOA president, Sharon Wilkes. Her voice was sugar-coated and sharp. Her response? It didn't match the community aesthetic. We have uniformity standards to uphold. I swear I almost dropped the phone. That's when Mom wheeled herself inside, rolled into her study, and pulled out a binder. A thick one, full of case law, federal codes, and ADA rulings she'd helped write. If they want a war, she said, we'll give them one. And I don't lose. By sunrise the next morning, the HOA had a cease and desist taped to their clubhouse door. Citing Section 12,183 of the ADA, Mom laid out exactly how their actions violated federal accessibility law. She noted 3 cases directly applicable. Then she filed complaints with the County Civil Rights Office, the Department of Justice, and the Fair Housing Authority. She wasn't bluffing. Mom had connections. Judges, journalists, former students now running legal teams at state agencies. Within 48 hours, the HOA was under investigation by 3 federal and state agencies. But that wasn't enough. She filed a civil lawsuit. Full cost of rebuilding the ramp, $250,000 in damages for discrimination and emotional distress, and a permanent injunction against architectural discrimination in Cascade Palms. The HOA's insurance company panicked. At first, Sharon and the board laughed it off, called it an overreaction, said they were just enforcing the rules. Then the media got involved. The local station ran a special, wheelchair ramp demolished by HOA. They aired footage of my mom stranded on her porch while I tried to lift her wheelchair down the steps. Neighbors were outraged. Some started a petition to remove Sharon. Others came by with flowers, offering to help rebuild. Then the DOJ sent a formal notice of federal investigation. Sharon's face was suddenly on every screen. Board members began resigning. Some tried to quietly step away, hoping to dodge liability. But Mom's case was ironclad. In court, the HOA's lawyer, a smug man in a Navy suit, tried to spin it. It was an honest mistake, an administrative error. The judge raised an eyebrow. Are you the same Aisha Karim who argued the 2008 Wheeler versus Fair Housing case? Mom nodded. Yes, Your Honor. He smiled. I teach that case in my civil liberties seminar. Please proceed. Mom stood, calm, composed, lethal. She walked the court through every code, every photograph, every timeline. She showed emails the HOA had sent, mocking her disability. Introduced an ADA expert who testified about how destructive the demolition was, not just legally, but medically. The jury? Captivated. The verdict came after just 20 minutes of deliberation. Guilty on all counts. The HOA was ordered to pay $300,000 in damages and legal fees. They were forced to rebuild the ramp within 10 business days, issue a formal public apology, and enroll in mandatory federal ADA training. Sharon? Banned from holding any position of neighborhood leadership again. The story went viral. ABC picked it up. Civil rights icon sues HOA after ramp demolition. HOA reform advocates used it as a case study. Disability rights groups sent letters of support. Former students flew in just to sit in the gallery and cheer her on. The new ramp? Better than the first. Polished rails. Decorative touches. Neighbors helped stain the wood. Kids drew chalk art beside it. My mom? She sits outside every morning now, sipping tea in her favorite cardigan, waving at the joggers. The HOA learned its lesson. A new board was formed, more diverse, more humane. They even invited Mom to speak at their first meeting. As she told a local news crew, they bulldozed my ramp, but they built my legacy. And you know what? She was right. Because sometimes justice doesn't just restore what was taken. Sometimes it builds something even stronger.